Tola, welcome to Gallery of Ideas. I'm so excited to have you here in this space in our channel where we talk about different things from public speaking, storytelling, communication, beautiful people's stories and minds and projects. So we are so curious to know more about you because you are a huge celebrity for me in Clubhouse. Everywhere you go, I follow you because I know it's going to be an interesting room. So please, Tola, a big welcome and introduce yourself and let the community of Gallery of Ideas know a little bit more about you, please.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Patricia. But I follow you as well, everywhere you go on Clubhouse. Hi, my name is Tola. My friends call me WiseTola. I'm the founder of Women for Africa. It's a large annual awards ceremony that we hold in the UK. It's been dubbed the largest gathering of African women in Europe. That wasn't the plan, but we got there and we're happy we get there. And what the platform is doing, it's awarding ordinary women who are doing extraordinary things. And I get to meet some amazing women that I probably would never have got to meet before in my life. So I'm happy because we are able to celebrate, elevate, and promote these women via our platform, and a lot of stuff has happened as a result. You know, the women get back to us with testimonies and everything like that. I'm also the founder of the Listeners 101. It's an app for young people. Young people get to download the app and talk to a listener. I think it's very important that young people are able to use their voice when they need to, so that they have somebody that they can talk to. And that's what the Listeners 101 app does for them. They can talk to us about absolutely anything. It's anonymous. They remain confidential. We don't get access to their number when they download the app, and they can use any username. Our thing is we just want them to know that there's a platform there for them to be able to talk, and we listen. And that's me in a nutshell.
Wow, bravo. You are such an inspiring person. And I didn't know the one-on-one was a one-on-one listening was also an app. I thought it was just, you just opened the club with this name on Clubhouse, which, by the way, the room you organized the other day, talking about mental health issues and everything was very inspiring. So many beautiful people participating and giving so much, because that's the thing about Clubhouse, right? People come on the stage and sometimes they really, wow, they give everything they can, and it's absorb that. It's so beautiful. It's just like, wow, intense. So thank you so much for organizing that. But let's go to our interview today, which it's 11 questions. And this was designed by my friend Nico, because when I was looking for this interview, I wanted to do some rapid fire questions and not showing myself, on the picture. But then I said, I'm going to be I want to be with my guests. I just don't want to be behind and then, doing the interview. I wanted to be there. So I said to Nico, which Nico is my friend from Italy that is always working with me on the public speaking room. He said, Patty, do 11, because 11 is a great number. One, win-win. It's a great, and I think it's a good number for you to do questions. Because I was thinking about Vogue, 73 questions from Vogue. I said, that's so beautiful. I love those formats. But anyway, the 11 questions that I have are with regards to Clubhouse. And the idea is for us to get to know a little bit more about you. Okay? So let's go for the first one. You ready?
Yes, I am.
Let's go. So when did you first hear about Clubhouse? And tell us a little bit more about the person who brought you in.
I heard about Clubhouse in January this year, January 2021. I was getting a lot of invites to Clubhouse, I must admit. A lot of friends were sending me, the text message that you get, you've been invited to Clubhouse. But my main phone is an Android phone. That's my main phone. That's my go-to phone. And so I just kept replying them. I said, look, it's only for iPhone. I'm on Android. And that was it. Then my other friend, my close friend, she's my sew teacher. She's the one that taught me how to sew. Her name is Abby. She now called me up and said, you have to get on Clubhouse. And I'm like, I've had so many invites, but I'm so into my Android. And she's like, yeah, but I know you have an iPhone. You have to get on Clubhouse. It's just so good. I was that way. And, and she talked about a room. She actually didn't let me get off the phone until I had downloaded it onto my iPhone and joined and everything. So I just did that. I did it and I had Clubhouse on my phone, but I didn't go on Clubhouse. I don't think I started going on Clubhouse properly until March. So even though I downloaded it, I didn't really go on until March. So yeah.
And, one of the things, I didn't know that we could download this on iPads. I remember the similar thing happened to me. I had people saying, Patty, you have to be in Clubhouse. You have to be, especially because of public speaking and everything. It's really your platform. You have to be there. But then one day, Adrian, who is we call Padrino, the one that made me, that brought me to Clubhouse, he said, Patty, you can download on your iPad as well. I'm like, oh, okay, because I'm not going to buy just an iPhone for this. I'm an Android as well. So very interesting how people enter at the beginning, these early adopters. So second question. Actually, we already did the second question, because the second question was about who brought you in, and to tell a little bit more about that person. So third question, which room, stage, did you first speak when you arrived on Clubhouse? And how was your first experience?
The first room was the strategic advice room.
Oh, I love it.
I was on Clubhouse. I think I might have just come across it. I don't know how I ended up in there. But I came across it, I went in the room, and John Bossex, he brought me up to stage, and, I think I introduced myself and that kind of thing. And, they were very welcoming, how Skyline is anyway and everything. And, and they made me a moderator, and I just loved the room. It was just so welcoming. They treat everybody important. No one is treated any differently, and that. So that's kind of like my home room. That's my go-to room on Clubhouse. When that room is on, I'm in that room.
Wow. And did you speak the first time you entered? They invited you on the stage to speak?
Yes, because they invite you to introduce yourself and tell everyone about what you do. And that's kind of like what I did. I just was in there, told them about what I do, the different things that I do. And that's what they do with the introductions. Everyone introduces themselves, and then they give some strategic advice out.
Yeah, strategically. I love him.
Yeah.
Yes. Love it. Such a young boy with such beautiful minds.
Yes.
And did you have that photo that you have today, that beautiful photo, or you had something else at the beginning?
No, I just had a normal picture of myself. There was somebody else that came in that room on another occasion that I went in, and he talked about doing graphics and things like that. And so he was just like, if people send his picture, he'll do a picture. And, so he did a picture for the woman in there. And then I just sent him a message, and I said, well, I'd like my picture done. How much is it? And, he did my picture. I paid him. I got my husband. My husband ordered 2 pictures of him. My husband's friend ordered pictures of him, that we just liked it. So I just wanted to encourage him and patronize his business. And I've used it ever since. So, yeah.
Oh, that's very good. Let's share that information also on our channel. Maybe you can give it to us later. Right. Yeah. Because I'm sure there are many people interested.
Yes.
Right. So the next one. Name your favorite room, your favorite club, and your favorite moderator. It can be different rooms, clubs, or moderator, or it can be the same.
I think my favorite room is my home room, which is strategic advice. That's my favorite room. It's a room where I get to meet so many different people. You get to hear about what a lot of people are doing, because there's a lot of rooms that you visit and it's about the topic. So you go on, hi, my name's Tola, blah, blah. And then you go into the topic. This room is really about what you do, introductions, who are you, what do you do? So you get to know people a bit more in that room, what they're doing, who they are, that kind of thing, as well as the strategic advice. So that's my favorite room. That's my home room. My favorite moderator, I would have to say, is Queen Celeste, because I learned so much of her, get so many tips off her. And I just love the way she's so professional with what she does. I've seen her in action, and the way she's able to just manage a room and things like that. And she does it so professionally. Even when somebody's trying to take the room on a different direction, she's able to bring it right back without offending the person or anything. And yeah, so she's definitely my favorite moderator.
She's amazing. Do you know Isis as well? Have you been in Isis?
No, I don't.
Oh, you don't like her as well.
Is she a moderator as well?
Yeah. She does.
Okay.
She does moderation for big celebrities, and she has
okay.
this club called Creators First, which I'm thinking, wow, now that the Clubhouse has the program Creators First, it's so, I don't know if it was a good luck for her or if she knew already, I don't know, but it's kind of a coincidence, like Creators First. Yeah, that's her club, and she's brilliant as well. But I'll send you the contact.
Okay, thank you.
I mean, we can bring her here as well to talk because she's brilliant. And I want to bring Queen and everybody eventually, little by little. There's enough hours today. But let's start with you, beautiful woman. And okay, the next one. Have you been in a room with a popular speaker, a celebrity or someone, and how this person inspired you, or if it did inspire you, what was your experience, if it happened?
I think there was a room that I went into that had Les Brown and Brian Tracy in it. And then Brian Tracy was speaking, and he said, he was giving out some tips. And there was one thing that he said, and it resonated with me because I have kind of done it before, but just as like a hobby. He said, think of one thing that if you became so good at it, would make you, would probably put you in demand, if you became so good at it. And then he said, apply yourself to learning that thing at least 2 hours every day. Give yourself 2 hours every day to learn and develop that one thing. And I thought to myself, that's so true, because sometimes we can have so many different things that we want to do. But if we apply ourselves to at least one thing and focus on doing that one thing in the midst of everything else, but this is the one thing that takes priority and becomes so good at it that, you become the best. And I said to myself, yeah, I'm going to take that on board. Definitely, I'm going to take that on board. And yeah, I'm going to do that because I'm that type of person. If I put my mind to something that I'm going to learn this thing and become so good at it, that's what I'm going to do. And I've seen how it works.
There is actually a book called So Good That They Can Resist You. I think it's from Cal Fort. Not sure, but I'll let you know. It's exactly about this. It's called Become So Good That Nobody Can Resist You. And then it's focusing really on that skill that you believe it's your strongest and just going fully, every day for the rest of your life. You don't stop. Just like you go. You can't, certain things you cannot just say, oh, I did a course, I did a class, and that's it. It's impossible, especially when it comes to today, in the digital age. You have to keep going. I wanted to tell you, do you pronounce his name Les Brown? Or because in French, we don't pronounce the S, and I always say his name Le Brown. I never use the Les, but I don't know.
It's Les Brown.
With the pronounced Les. Oh, okay, good to know, because I always say Le Brown. And I've seen his room with Brian Tracy, and Brian Tracy is also, he has his own club and he's doing rooms and organizing events. Have you seen?
Okay. No, I haven't. I haven't.
Oh yeah, they do a lot of rooms together. So I'm not sure who I follow in there, because I'm sure Brian Tracy doesn't follow me back, or Liz Brown doesn't follow me back. Somebody else in there that every time they have a room, I see their room on my hallway. Yeah, interesting. All right, so next one. Number 6. Which are your passions, and do you think Clubhouse has rooms that offer content on those passions?
Yes, absolutely. My passions are women, parenting, and young people. And there are loads of rooms on those, lots of rooms in Clubhouse on those. So once I find rooms that are of interest to me, I tend to obviously look for those rooms and see if those rooms, if they're scheduled like weekly or whatever, I try and take notes of when they're going to be showing, and that's when I'm in. But I am currently visiting a lot of podcasting rooms because I am looking to start our own Women for Africa podcast. So I'm learning about the whole podcasting thing. It's not something I've done, so I'm trying to get into it and learn about it, and so that I can start doing podcasting because
I agree with that. I've been researching on podcast and radio last year for the whole year. So we opened our radio here in Barcelona, the podcast. It's a fascinating world. So if you need help with that, I can help.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Because that one thing that I'm going to develop and focus on will obviously be using my voice because, my husband keeps on saying it, love, you have to keep using your voice. I've been on radio. I've been a radio presenter for so many years. I mean, that was something that I used to do. So, and I like talking. So yeah, I just need to use my voice and keep talking.
And everybody's attracted to your voice. Everybody's attracted. When you speak, everybody's like, you fill the room. All right. So next one. Which set of skills do you believe is needed to communicate effectively in Clubhouse?
Which set of skills? I believe definitely you need to have good listening skills. Absolutely. Because especially even if you're moderating your own room, you know, if you're moderating a room or if you're moderating a room with somebody, you have to have good listening skills because you need to hear what other people are saying. It's not just about you because you're talking and it's your room and you're just going to be doing your voice. You have to be listening to what other people are saying. So you have to have good listening skills. Everyone communicates differently. So I will never say, oh, because this person can't talk properly, they shouldn't be on stage, they shouldn't be talking. They might have something very important to say. So I just believe that if you're looking at becoming a speaker, then yes, you can work on your voice, you can train and, you know, train on becoming a speaker. Everyone that has a voice, you know, that can communicate, you know, that's a skill in itself. But I'd say listening above everything else, because before you can contribute to a conversation, you have to have listened. Otherwise, you'll just come in and say something that's totally and completely different from what the person has said. So if you don't have good listening skills, you know, it's going to make it very difficult for you to fit in the conversation and be able to add value if you've not listened to what people have said before. So definitely listening skills.
So true. Also to validate people, like strategically, like
yeah,
he always validates because
absolutely.
He's listening to what they're saying.
Yes, and that's how people feel. You know, like when somebody has spoken, the fact that you can remember at least two of the things that they have said, you know, to touch on before you go into yours, makes that person know that they have been heard and they've been listened to. So yeah,
because it's so strange, or I don't know, I feel uncomfortable when it's everything too fast and then the person is spoken, then the moderator is like, okay, next.
Yeah.
It's just,
yeah.
you know, some people they go there and they share so much, and some people cry. It's like, and then after that, the person, everything you hear is like, okay, bueno, okay, next, next page.
Yeah, true. Yeah, that's not nice.
Yeah. Okay, so do you believe you're going to make real friends in real life outside of the app, outside of Clubhouse?
Oh, absolutely. I plan on coming to Barcelona to visit you, Patricia. So yes. And I expect you, when you get to the UK, you message me like, I'm in the UK, let's meet up.
Well, every time I go to the UK, I'm in Birmingham area, you know, that's where my husband family.
Oh, okay. No, definitely. My daughter's going to university in Birmingham in September.
Oh,
so
okay.
Yeah, so I definitely believe so, because I've met amazing people on Facebook, you know, and Instagram and things like that. So I believe the same can happen with Clubhouse.
Absolutely, yeah. I think even there's a little bit more connection there than Instagram, Facebook, because it's the fact that it's the presence, the live events happening, right? That's the difference more than anything. Because on Instagram, you can put a photo or a text and it's just, you know, it's there, but you don't know if the person is reading at that moment. It's interactive right there. Or I don't know, I don't have much experience like you with lives. I know you do a lot of lives. I wanted to enter into that space a little bit more on Instagram because I love Instagram, but I just don't have the day-to-day skills. I'm still learning, you know, adapting. I've been creating my page a lot of with the graphic design that I love, you know, because I'm more artistic. I don't know if you've seen my page. It's all like designing the storytelling line.
Yeah, I love the way you do it. Even when you put up the post and, you know, like you do, like, you know, you take a picture of the room, but you just put a section of it and then there's something else.
Yeah, and it's, if you see the pieces there, if you see the page from the homepage, all the pieces are connected somehow to a story. So I love that I'm able to create that kind of thing. But then I know there's so much more. The lives that you do, for example, I think it's brilliant. People are there, and then you can actually call them on. You can have someone just coming up and speaking to you, right? And then they can.
Yes.
Yeah.
I always have guests on my live. So yeah.
So I thought
people are able to, then the people that are watching, listening in, are able to interact because they can now comment, ask your guest questions and things like that. So yeah.
Can you comment on voice as well? Can I go and just say hello with my voice, or just text, just a message?
No, when you go on Instagram Live, it's like this. Yeah. But it's only you'll be on top and I'll be on the bottom.
But if our guess, let's say we have like 5 people that wanted to join the conversation now, like we're doing Clubhouse, it wouldn't be possible. right?
No, but what Instagram has started doing, Instagram has started rolling it out that you can have 3 guests. So there'll be 4 of you. Whereas before you could only have 1 guest, but they've started to roll it out that you can now have 3 other guests join you. So it will now be a box of 4.
4 people.
Yeah. But only a few people have got it so far because they roll these things out bit by bit. So I have that on my WiseTola page, but I don't have it on my 50 and Fearless page. And my 50 and Fearless is where I do my lives. So at the moment, I can still only have 1 person on there, whereas on WiseTola, I can have 3 guests on there. So I'm waiting for it to come to actually come to my 50 and Fearless, then I can have more than 1 person. Because what I do at the moment, if I have 2 guests, I have 1 for the first half, and then that person goes, and then I have the second person for the second half.
Yeah, that's very interesting. And I love the way you put the music there and you like, I get the groove with you, like, oh yeah, she's on. All right. So let's continue with the question number 8. Do you think, no, 9. Have you been in an awkward situation so far on Clubhouse? Can you tell us which one? Or if you cannot, it's okay as well.
I haven't been in an awkward situation, but I have seen an awkward situation on Clubhouse. I haven't necessarily been in an awkward situation on Clubhouse because when I go into a room and I'm just quite happy to observe and just be in the audience. If it's a room where people know me, they usually bring me up to the stage, and then it's people that I know. So I'm happy to contribute like that. But I have followed, like sometimes you see friends in a room, so you follow them. So I have followed a friend into a room. That friend was up on stage. I was in the audience because I didn't know the room. The friend wasn't a moderator, so it's not like they could bring me up. And the friend was talking, and I think that room is kind of like a room that consists of lots of friends. They run that room and they just talk about random topics. So, but my friend was talking obviously about what he does and, just trying to enlighten them and then one of the guys in the room just kind of like said, no, like, can you stop? And my friend was, let me finish. It's like, no, just totally cut him there and took the room back to amongst friends. And then they just started talking about all different things, like going to the cinema, what's the latest film you've watched, who's having popcorn and that kind of thing. And I just thought that was so disrespectful. But then I thought to myself, well, maybe it's that kind of room. And that's what they do there. And I just left that room. So I'm more intentional about the rooms that I go into now.
Yeah, there are also many trolls. I like this word, the trolls. There are some funny trolls. There are some crazy trolls. There are all kinds of trolls. When you host in a room, sometimes you have these people like, oh my goodness, so many crazy situations I've been so far that I could list like at least 10 that it comes to my mind. But anyway, it's not about me, it's about you. Let's continue. Okay, the number 10, it's with regards to your own club. You already have your own club in your own room. Maybe we can talk a little bit more about your club and the rooms that you have. Do you have like a weekly room that you do it precisely that time of the day? Or do you have like rooms that are more or less, they happen when you have an event, when you get people together? How does it work?
I do. I have times when I do my rooms weekly. So like Monday 6 o'clock is usually the Solid Woman room. Monday 8 o'clock.
It's in the description of your club, this one, or no?
No, I don't write it. I haven't written that they're weekly, but that's when I do them weekly. Monday 6 o'clock is the Solid Woman room. Oh. Monday 8 o'clock is the Listeners 101 room, which is the room that I did the other day. Mm-hmm. I don't do a room on Tuesday because I do my live on Instagram. Then Wednesday, I do my Women for Africa room like I did yesterday. That one was called the Superwoman Myth. That's and then Sunday evenings is when I do We Are the Village room, Sunday 9 p.m. And that one is where we just pray for young people, just praying for young people, praying for them to be safe, and that kind of thing, with a lot of things that is going on with young people. So that's just a prayer room, and that's done every Sunday. But yeah, and then I sometimes do random rooms. Sometimes you can just be sitting and you think of a topic and you think, oh, let me just do a room on this. So I've done one called.
And you're there alone for like half an hour, like, okay, maybe not.
No, I haven't. I actually had people come in the room because I always, if I don't get my husband to join me to be there, so I'm not on my own, I call my friend. So I called my friend one day and I was like, right, I'm going on Clubhouse now, so join me. And And the topic was just, you know, is what you're doing adding value? Is what you do adding value? And I had quite a few people come in to talk about what they do and how it's adding value and who it's adding value to. So that room went on for almost 2 hours. Yeah. So sometimes I just have a random heading, and I think, right, let me just do this room and see who wants to come in and
who is around. Yeah, because also who is around. Maybe you have lots of people interested in that topic right there, no?
Yes.
Maybe plan something for next week at that time, and then nobody's around, nobody's available.
Yes, yeah, and that's it. That's the truth.
That's what I tell people when they start their rooms. Don't be scared to be just you and maybe another person at the beginning, you know.
Oh yeah,
because
absolutely.
As long as you have someone to talk with, that's it. One is good. And then from there, 2, 3, 4.
It's so true.
Yeah.
Because yesterday's room that I did, Solid Woman, I have my 2 friends that I do it with under Women for Africa. All the people that came in the room were not people that we know.
And they didn't come to the stage. It was just you.
No, they came to the stage and spoke, but they were not people that we knew. Usually I'll tell my friends, look, we've got this room going, come in. But you know, this time we just opened the room and, you know, me and my friend started the discussion first of all. And then people came in, they just kept saying they saw the heading in the hallway and they thought, yep, let me talk on this topic. So everyone that came in that room, I think we had about 30 people in total.
Yeah.
Only one of them was my friend. Apart from my 2 moderators, only one was my friend in the audience. The others, there were not people that I knew, but we got to know them that day. That's
excellent. That's where Clubhouse is so valuable, I think. Right there, you connect with people. And I believe in that quote, I don't know where it comes from, but that says, a stranger is just a friend that you haven't met yet. I don't know if you about this one, right? It's famous.
Yeah.
I'm not sure who said that, but since I was a kid, I love this quote because it's true.
Yes, it's true.
I've had so many strangers in my life that became such good friends, and they were just a stranger to start with. I wasn't introduced to them. It wasn't a formal introduction or anything. We just happened to meet maybe sometimes in the most awkward situations, and then became so good, close friends. So yeah, I think there's a little bit of everything, right? On Clubhouse, there's all these different vibes. It depends really where you go. Today I was listening to someone that has a big following on Clubhouse, and she was saying, I have to be really mindful where I go now because I cannot just enter any room because of my following. As soon as I enter a room, everybody's coming. So I have to be mindful where I'm going, because if I'm entering a room that is talking about a subject that it's inappropriate or it's nothing to do with my fields of entrepreneurship and blah, 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 maybe I'm going to mislead my audience. So I was like, wow. Yeah, because some of these people, I had one influencer that came once to my room and it was incredible. This person entered from Turkey. He's a meditation guy, a guru. He entered the room and then all these photos start to appear from nowhere. I'm like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Second.
That happened.
Have you experienced that?
I have. I think, to be honest, when I did last week's room, I think there was a point when somebody came in and then I just noticed so you just know that it's because somebody's there and people are just following that person.
Yeah. And because they have so many followers, and obviously at that time, there's loads of people online and they see that they're going to this room, they think, oh, something interesting is happening. So very good, very good. All right. So we are about to finish our interview because it's the end, but it's not the end. There's much more WiseTola, because if you are on Clubhouse, you have to join her club, follow her, join her rooms, because this woman is absolutely, it's going to blow your minds if you are listening to this and watching this interview. I'm sure you are curious already. So define Clubhouse in one sentence. What would be for you that one sentence about this, everything that we're living there on Clubhouse?
Clubhouse in one sentence, I would say for now is the future. I would say Clubhouse for now is the future until somebody comes up with something different and something better. And for now, it's the future. I personally believe, there are all the other apps. I'm very active on all the other apps. I'm active on my Twitter. I'm active on my Facebook. I'm active on my Instagram, which I absolutely love. But now I believe Clubhouse is the future. And the fact that people are connecting in ways that you can't connect on the other apps. I'm meeting people I've never been in a room with Brian Tracy or Les Brown before. Clubhouse has made that happen. Clubhouse is the future.
Free. Tola, for free.
Thank you. I was in a room the other day with MC Hammer. Where would I be in a room with MC Hammer?
Yeah, I mean, for free.
I would say for now, Clubhouse is the future.
Yeah, amazing. And do you believe in the future they're going to have like all these events going to be paid events? They're going to be distributed free events and paid events with big celebrities and all this?
I believe so, because, you know, I mean, if we look at the real world, they're paid events and they're free events that you go to. So, you know, but not, people are not going to put on a paid event on Clubhouse. Well, some people might, but you're not going to put on a paid event on Clubhouse that is not going to be giving value to people. So if you say, okay, then right, you get paid for this room, you get to come up on stage and ask Mark Zuckerberg one question. Where else are you going to get to do that?
Yeah.
You know, there might be people that want to ask Mark Zuckerberg a question. That kind of topic might not have any interest to somebody like me or somebody else. Then we wouldn't go to that event, so we wouldn't have to pay for that. But then a topic that has interest to us, how much are you willing to pay? You would be willing to pay, or even if it's just to come and hear 10 nuggets from Oprah Winfrey live, not somebody playing her audio, but 10 nuggets there for Oprah, and then you get a chance to ask questions. Who wouldn't want to pay?
Yeah, absolutely. I was thinking about this the other day when I joined the room with Brian Tracy and Les Brown. And I was thinking, when I saw the room, and I had low internet at the moment, and I was trying to click and I couldn't enter, and I'm thinking, oh no, they don't let me in, what's going on? Something, maybe this is reserved for certain people and I'm not able to get in. And at that moment, if someone would tell me, oh, because you have to pay a ticket to get in, I would pay the tickets right there. You know, because I was so interested in the title of the conversation, what was happening in being, just listening to them live. Big mentors of mine. I've been listening to them also for so long. So just the opportunity to listen to, not even asking questions, going on the stage or anything, just listening to them live. That's the thing, because it's not the same listening to someone on a video that was recorded in their studio.
Yes, that's what I was going to say. As long as, even if I don't go up to ask a question, there are people that are able to ask them questions, because that's the only way I'm going to know if they're there live or if their audio is being played. Exactly. And I'm not going to go and pay to hear somebody's audio.
Yeah, no. I've seen some people doing that. Yeah, they just play the celebrities' audio all day long on their rooms, and you know, it's like a playlist of good audio if you are like on a Spotify, if you are into audio books. And
yeah, but that's okay if that's free. As long as that's free, I don't mind that. I go into one sometimes in the morning where he plays Oprah Winfrey's 50 Success Secrets, and it's quite good. I like the points that she says, so I go in there to listen to that. But I wouldn't pay now if he said that, because it's just a compilation of all her talks where they've just picked different bits from her different talks and put it together. I can go and find that on YouTube.
Yeah.
But if they're having Oprah Winfrey in the room,
you would pay anything to be there. But the thing is, Tola, the thing is, some people, they are very good at doing compilations. That's why DJs that became so famous in the area of DJs, because they're able to put music that are not their own, but they put in a way together that is magical, right? And not everyone has that talent. So what we're saying, it was for them to save us time. Sometimes, you know, they are putting like online courses. That's what it is. It's you find all those pieces of information online if you want to. And how long is it going to take you? So sometimes it's easier to pay someone that already put it for many years. They research it, they put it together in a nice package way and just give it to you. So I think that there is a space for everything. It's just a question that now it's just like a little flower, you know, that's just opening up. Let's see how it's going to blossom. How you know? Let's see all the little insects around. What's going to happen with this flower? You know, that's how I see. Like, it's going to happen. But it's a beautiful app, and I'm very blessed already to have met you.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining me. And I see you. Well, I hear you. Maybe later. No, tonight. No, because we have. No, maybe tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, because tonight I have the public speaking room. But
okay, is that the public speaking room? Because you do different rooms in different languages, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Spanish, Portuguese. Yeah. In the morning we do a lot of Portuguese with other two Brazilian ladies for the Brazilian community. Well, all the community that speaks Portuguese: Angola, Mozambique, Cabo Verde, all these places in Africa, and also Portugal, obviously in Europe, and then in the afternoon, the late afternoon, I try to join people's rooms, and then sometimes I create another room in Spanish, but it's not every day. So it really depends how much time I have. But yeah. But anyway, very nice this conversation. I wish we could have John and everybody like we had in the room, like with strategically here right now. Maybe one day we can do that, like have a proper get together all together. Let's try. I send you many kisses. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Take care.
Bye.